It's your boy, Ed the Dread, aka Eddie Money Mouth. And you are tuned in to the Money Mouth Podcast. Yes, sir. All right. Yeah. Welcome back to another Money Mouth Monday. Here we go. Memorial Day 2024. Go fuck yourself. Ha! Yes, it's Memorial Day, and generally speaking, most people will be like, hey, happy Memorial Day, everybody. It's the kickoff to summer. It's da-da-da-da-da. But on this Memorial Day, we should just memorialize or remember that our country's a piece of shit, and we're letting Israel literally set Rafah on fire. Let alone most of the wars that we fought have been on some bullshit. We talk about defending our country, but then we fucking proxy war and just slay people. The United States of America. So, on Memorial Day this year, I would like to just fucking first off take a moment of silence, because literally while the U.S. and our citizens are celebrating all this, hey, let's remember everybody that fought for our country. Let's open up the pools. Let's finish school. Let's kick off summer. Rafah is on fire. So, when the U.S. says that we are there to help and we just built this new port so that, you know, we can get humanitarian aid in, but the only thing that's come in on the port is weapons. When humanitarian aid is there and there's international people and Israel still literally targets their vehicles and kills them. And now all of those accusations of, Hamas is raping children or they're beheading babies. There are literal beheaded babies in Rafah right now. Literal. And I'm sure that most Americans are just going to go party it up. But it's a very sad state that we're in right now. It's a horrible affair. We have news outlets that in one moment will jump on anything that Israel says. You know, hey, they're beheading babies, they're raping children, they're raping women, they're cutting babies out of stomachs, they're hiding in hospitals, so we got to blow up this hospital and every other fucking hospital in the motherfucking country. And now there's literally beheaded babies in Rafah. And our American news outlets do nothing. They don't jump up and go, hey, beheaded baby. I mean, fucking, they were making up stories about beheaded baby. And now, but anyway. I digress. I am a bit angry. And not just a bit angry. I'm like really, really, really fucking angry. All right. I grew up outside of D.C., and it wasn't until I was 16 and started smoking weed that I realized that politics are going as usual and politics are fucking stupid, right? The Willard lobby next to the White House is where lobbyists started handing money over to the president while he went and sat there in the fucking lobby of the fucking hotel in them big ass leather chairs and just got greased up money to pass all sorts of legislation. This is where we're at. We've got two idiots running for president, the same two idiots that ran last time. Neither of these dumb fucking numpties is talking about any type of ceasefire. Our country is fucking born on slavery and genocide, and we just keep helping others do the same thing, whether it's genocide and or capitalism that puts freaking low-wage workers into a damn near new form of slavery. The thing I can't stand the most, especially being out here, because a fucking missionary had to show up to show everybody out here a cross. And now all they know is crosses. Fucking separation of church and state, my ass. What's written on the dollar bills? In God we trust. Fuck that. What was that Pledge of Allegiance you had to say as a kid? One nation under God, indivisible. we literally have a whole country of fucking Catholic idiots. All right? Like, these people will quote all these. You drive around Maui, there's fucking J316, all sorts of bullshit code stickers for fucking he greater than I, John 3:16, fucking bunch of bullshit. All these fucking idiots referring to this old ass fucking book that not one motherfucker has actually read. Not one. You choose some fucking stupid scripture that you're going to translate from thousands of fucking years ago. And guess what? I don't give a fuck about that book. I don't give a fuck. I could fucking care less. You could burn them all. I could fucking care. I rolled up joints in Bible papers. I don't give a fuck. Okay? That old ass book that y'all be referring to means nothing to me. Right? If I was to choose a religion, I'd consider myself Hindu. You know, I'm not into this whole, have one deity guy or girl or whoever that you look up to. There's multiple. It's all an energy source. It's all fucking multiple streams of energy. So, I'm the type of person that likes to follow the Adi Yogi, the human that created the outlets, the 8 limbs of yoga for us to overcome the modern conditioning, because at that point in history, they could see what materialism was doing. And saying that, I've actually sat and read the whole Bhagavad Gita. The whole fucking thing. Again, any of you religious Catholic people out there that want to put a hand up and say, I read the whole Bible, I'll wait. I would love someone raise their hand, say they read the whole fucking Bible. Because, no. The homie at the front of the church probably didn't even read the whole fucking Bible. But again, no one gives a fuck. They're stories. They're stories. They're fucking stories from a long ass time ago. Okay? If the person actually did it, that's cool. But if you've never played the fucking game telephone, you know how mixed up a story can get. And if you think that a person like me or anyone with any type of fucking brain is going to believe some fucking story that's been mixed up by all sorts of idiots who want to use it to rule people for thousands of years means anything, you are fucking dumb. Okay, so, I don't know. Today's Money Mouth podcast is pretty much a fucking angry rant. I just can't take it, bro. Generally speaking, I break even and or the government has to pay me a little bit of taxes back, right? We live in a country where, first off, paying your taxes is voluntary unless you work for a business that takes your taxes out beforehand, which is the DOE. For me, I put 0 allowances and they still took 2 allowances out for both federal and state. So, they're going to take your money and then give it back to you later, because it's much easier to just borrow it, use it for some shit like blowing up people, and then tell you how much they're going to give back and then just pay it back to you later, But usually with my 3 businesses, I end up writing off stuff. And honestly, my businesses didn't make enough money for the government to come take any more taxes from me. But last year, my businesses actually made money. Not a huge significant amount, but I fucking ended up paying the federal government money. Like, when I did my taxes, it was like, oh, Hawaii State's going to give you this much back, and you owe this to the federal government. So I had to come up out my pockets, literally, while they are just giving fucking money to Israel, giving money to Ukraine. Shit, bro. I know starving motherfuckers here on Maui. I know starving motherfuckers all over America. Shit, dog. There was a time in my life where you might have considered me a starving motherfucker. Although we had a house and shit was good. You could live. It's a killer. So like I said, DC, no politics, just GoGo. Fuck DC. GoGo music is like the only good thing to come from DC. And if you don't know what GoGo music is, it's a genre. I would say it's a fucking culture all in itself from the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Backyard band, Uncalled For Band, DC Vibe, Rare Essence, TCB. There's tons of bands. Go check them out. You could Nucci Front Porch on YouTube is a pretty sick live performance thing that has a lot of go-go on it. I recently stumbled across that, and it's way better than fucking Tiny Desk, because Tiny Desk is a fucking tiny desk made in a studio. That's not even an actual desk. There's just people all over it. This is shot in the homie's front porch, like an actual crib at the front porch. But I digress. The only fucking good thing to come from DC is go-go music. From 60s, 70s, Chuck Brown, Godfather of go-go. Yes, a lot of percussion. It's almost like black jam band. There's African Congo, there's African drums mixed in. It's a really heavy percussion beat. People dance, called beat your feet dance to it. It's like, I don't know, kind of stylish, like footwork before New York people were doing their whole fucking thing. But it's its own culture. Right? And I tell you what, it's probably the only fucking thing that I miss from America. Because I used to say, oh, I miss going to music festivals and shit. But you know what? I don't really miss going to fucking music festivals because it was all white people around me. I was usually the only brown dude. Right? Like the music might have been great. It could have been a fucking reggae festival. It could have been anything. But generally speaking, I'm fucking one of like 20 brothers up in every fucking music festival you go to. So fuck that. I don't miss music festivals, honestly. I just miss go-go. That's about it. Going to hear live music made by black people for black people, venue filled with mostly black people, and everybody dancing, having a good one. I guess I'll end on this. Does anybody know any island countries with good waves that are non-Christian? Because America's blowing it. I think for those of us that are fucking over this, I honestly would suggest start looking for somewhere else. 40 fucking years I've lived in America. And again, Maui, this is America, right? It's not a place for brown people. It's not a place, especially if you do like white shit. It's not a place for black surfers, brown surfers. It's not a place for black or brown skimboarders. I mean, you can fucking literally look up the NAACP has a PSA about Florida saying, if you're black or brown, if you're BIPOC, don't go, because they literally don't care about you, don't care about your history, think that all contributions you've done to society are marginalized, and you are a second-rate person. So the police will treat you as such, and even the humans will treat you as such. I mean, if you go back to even me being in the Jug Squad, right? One of the first million-view videos they had was us ghillie suit ding-dong ditching, and it ended up getting crazy because they had never taken a black guy with them. When it's a whole bunch of white dudes ding-dong ditching, nobody gives a fuck. But show up with a brother, oh, God, this guy came around the corner. Yeah, fuck that. Give me your cameras. And then I end up getting put. We probably should have pressed charges and or just whooped that motherfucker's ass. But it's Florida, and I'm black, and they would have shot me because that's Florida. But that's America. And I'm fucking over it, bro. Even in Hawaii, people just call you the N-word. Like, they don't even call each other Kanaka. They just call each other the N-word. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe Spanish dudes do, but I hear a lot of Spanish dudes calling each other, like, vato, ese, Holmes, homsario. They're not just calling each other the N-word. Like what? It's fucking, ah! And there you have it. That was your Money Mouth podcast. Fuck Memorial Day. All right. Because straight up, my grandpa, he was the fucking, dude, my white grandpa was one of the fucking fastest sprinters in America. Okay, he is a Penn State national record holder for or Penn Relays. I'm sorry, a Penn Relays national record holder for the 4x100 and I believe the 4x200. He ended up going to Fordham University, and guess what? Got drafted into World War II, and he sure as fuck didn't come back an athlete. I mean, he passed away when I was like 10, but I'll tell you this much, that motherfucker wasn't an athlete. He ain't come back an athlete. So that was our country. Warring up, using motherfuckers up. Get out there, make a difference, put a helmet on, get a gun, defend our country. And don't matter when you come back, we ain't gonna give you shit and you suck. America! Subscribe, like, share. If you don't, I don't care. Going to the top anyway. Ed the Dread, Eddie Money Mouth, Popolo Coco, Eddie Machete. Yes, y'all. Hui ho kako.